Do you think 35% accuracy is okay to actually solo kill someone, or I better play solo distraction Tracer? As Tracer, you want to be just putting pressure on regardless. Like, don't be thinking, oh, my accuracy is this, therefore I have to play Tracer like this. Just go for the kills, and if they're not happening, then back out, blink out, but this is the only way you practice and improve. Now then, I want to talk about McCREE. Where we're standing right now is not where McCREE stands. Where we're standing right now is where Soldier 76 stands, and Soldier 76 is really good standing here. Because he can heal himself, he can look after himself, he can look after his supports extremely well. But we have a very, very powerful tool. It's this thing, it's the flashbang. Like, it's one of the most powerful abilities in the game. Our damage drop-off is pretty harsh at around 20 meters. Any target that we're shooting at, we've got like a vertical distance of 10 meters regardless. So we're going to be struggling. That might not be full 10 meters, but you get the idea. It's going to be difficult to do a lot on McCREE over here. Part of why we are stood here, if we are going to stand here, is to protect the support that's over here, which is a Zenyatta, I believe, Zenyatta is very, very strong here. There's also a D.Va over here, but D.Va can honestly bounce back and forth, no problem. Like I said in the Numbani video, mobile tanks excel on first point Numbani just because it's very easy, and I think I played a Numbani game that day playing Winston, and those of you who watched that saw me very freely just bouncing back and forth on the Winston, and I think we full hell first point just because I could freely bounce all over the place and do whatever. D.Va can do the same, so don't take D.Va's positioning to mean anything, really. And I think we might have a Winston as well, who might be down below, but I do not like this positioning as McCREE. This is not leveraging our strength as McCREE, and honestly I'd be a lot happier if we were up with the Reinhardt, or if we were playing Soldier 76. Dead. Because these people running in, we could have flashed these people. We could have flashed these people, we could have got a kill easy. And you'll notice during this entire first section where we're trying to do this first hold, just count the number of times we actually get flashbangs on. We can't shoot anyone at the moment either. We're not hunting down anything, we're being extremely passive. Like, we're not even part of this fight. Our team is currently fighting a, well, 5 versus 5 now because May got knocked off or fell off or something. Now we're actually doing something, now we're being active, now we're actually being proactive, but that dead time just felt nonsense to me. And even earlier than this, we actually had a moment where we could have done something, which is, we've seen that the enemy team's gone over here, they've engaged here, and we see Soldier 76 down here. Honestly, you'd be fine just dropping down now and killing the soldier. If you drop down now, just right-click the soldier right in the torso, then Soldier 76 is dead. Team's already winning the fight over here. We can just move back and defend the point if the team needs to fall back to the point, but honestly, the team's fighting up here and we're not doing anything. Get a couple of good shots on him, force him back. Drops the heal field. That push is done. But yeah, this to me is just like, we are doing a very, very bad Soldier 76 cosplay, where we will be a lot stronger playing to areas where the enemy divers are actually going, basically. And if we're playing as a cohesive unit, then it sort of works well. But this to me is sort of expecting the enemy team just to run onto the point. We've also just let a Genji go through. There we go. And you notice that the support that we should be protecting is now dead. That's partly his fault. He needed to be over, like, he needed to try and get back over towards us safer and faster. This Winston played it very badly, so he gets punished for it. Good job, just sort of annoying our DPS. And this fight is basically done now. Especially because the fire picked up the kill, that Reinhardt's isolated. You can honestly just take your time with him, just don't let him get a third. That res is so wasteful. Let's move over to where the soldier's going to come around the corner, maybe we can get a flash on him. So, reacting to this Soldier 76, and again, just like ways we can leverage our flashbang and be strong with it. If we just move here when the soldier's coming, like, we know that he's coming through main, we can hear, we have ears, we have these things, ears, we can hear that he's coming up main. So if you come over here and your team hangs around over here, if a soldier tries to come around this corner, you just drop down, flash him, and he's done. Done like dinner. There's nothing you can do to stop you doing that. I don't like that choice of res for him. I don't like the choice of res, and I don't like the choice of ult, because... Congratulations, sir.
Pretty dang close.
Honestly, I would be happier with us over here. Like, this, again, feels like we're not doing anything. We're not exerting any pressure. We're waiting for the enemy team to engage hard on the point and then counter-engage it, but the enemy team hasn't really been doing that successfully so far anyway. And so we're not really leveraging any pressure. It was still... Like our Reinhardt, if they just play Reinhardt right now and just push right up, they should win the Reinhardt battle every time. Because our team is fighting 5 versus 6. We haven't fired a shot in like the last minute. Very, very good job by him. Self-destruct goes in. Do not Deadeye. Good job. Okay. Honestly, we could have, like... You notice that we had to run over here just to do anything. We could have been more aggressively positioned. We don't have to drop down, necessarily. Like, we don't have to give up this high ground. I mentioned it earlier because we could probably drop down, kill Soldier, and probably just get all the way back up here with plenty of time to spare before the next push comes in. But now, you know, now that fight's happening, we could just hang around up here, poke our nose out, shoot down, pack up if we need to. We've got a Zenyatta who can just top us off. We have a lot of different ways of doing things rather than just standing here. Like, I literally want to time it of... When was the last time we fired a shot? It was honestly like baffling to me watching this. Okay, we got an elimination then. We have this over here. With the Reinhardt. Okay, now 11:48. Waiting. Let's go to settings, speed, to 1.5.
Pretty dang close.
55. It's been 12 seconds. Been 20 seconds. I'm still waiting, because I haven't fired a shot. 20 seconds. 30 seconds, haven't fired a shot. There we go, we finally fired a shot. So that's about 35, 40 seconds. I think the Zen switched to Ana. Even then, Ana can still pick us up on the high ground. Like, we can afford to be more aggressive here. That was 35 seconds where we did nothing. Overwatch is a game where if you're doing nothing for 35 seconds, your team is probably losing. The fact that you aren't at the moment is more the enemy team just fucking up and your team has an ultimate advantage right now. They wasted a lot of their ults, but still, it's not a good sign. We should be doing way more proactive stuff. Our team just basically did all that shit without us. This easy staggering. It was good, man. And then you can just stand at the edge. Like, there's nothing stopping us just poking our nose out over here, shooting down, and then poking back. It's not like they have a Hanzo, it's not like they have a Widow, it's not like they have anything that's just going to assassinate us super quickly. It feels like we're just playing, we're sort of... I'll be surprised if the enemy team even knows you exist at this point. We're going, oh god, they have a McCREE, don't they? That's a thing. Okay. Honestly, you could probably just stand behind the Reinhardt and high noon. Well, that's a dead Genji. This should be an easy cleanup now. Got the old Nano Mercy. You might be wondering, why did you pick this? This is clearly a fucking stomp. Well, there's still a ton of time left in the video. This to me was just, like, this is a stomp. But now, honestly, this could be a bit of a throw. Like, this needs cleaning up aggressively. I want to capture what the Ana said.
Ryan low.
Fucking goddamn it.
How?
Ryan low.
Was it a mispress?
Can't shield it forever.
Okay. At this point, Reinhardt should... Actually, no, we got D.Va. Okay, D.Va, yeah, should be the person on the point. The fact that Reinhardt's been knocked down there, it's fine. Actually, I'll clean up. We should honestly be worried about the Soldier 76. Like, this is a good opportunity for us to stagger the Soldier 76. We should not be shooting the Winston, we should be shooting the Soldier. The second you come around here and you see that this machine gun fire is going off over here, like literally over here, this is a good sign for us to just turn and kill that. Because if we can eliminate the Soldier 76, then he's staggered. The Winston's not really going to do anything. He might get a kill, maybe, but it's not scary. And then if we can isolate and kill the Soldier, then they've lost a major source of DPS. Miranda's come back, Farah goes for a ballsy barrage, gets punished for it. If the Soldier was dead, that barrage might have worked a lot better. Interesting. We do a good job. No way we're getting a dead eye off here, and down we go. So they managed to reinforce. Enough important people were still alive, we didn't get the kill. And this feels like that we were just way too cagey. We're playing ridiculously safe when we just didn't need to, and we could be getting a lot more out of it. We could be doing a lot more.
That's not even true, though. You'll keep killing them, and they don't have much time.
People are killing out the boosted Mercy in chat. I've actually boosted Mercy intentionally once to keep her alive. She had res, and I put a nano boost on her when the enemy team focused her. And she just had res and would die. It's actually quite funny. And you just thought, oh shit, they're ganking her. So I did a safety boost. Was it the best idea at the time? Probably not, but hey, it worked and we won the team fight. We better win this. It's our job. Good job. Good job by the Ana as well. And again, the thing I've got to say though is I don't like the fact that we are so cagey in our positioning. Again, this is Soldier 76 positioning to me. This is where Soldier 76 wants to be. Where we want to be is probably more like here. So that if someone jumps the Ana, we could drop down and save the Ana and support the other support. Whereas where we are now, our damage drop-off is so huge on the targets over here that we are lucky the Genji came for us. Have you mentioned the SR difference? It can affect games quite a bit. I mentioned it very briefly, like with a Tracer, for example, just being able to do that much more damage. Like 400 SR is quite a big leap, basically. But to me, like, it's standing in Soldier 76 places. And when he dives in like this, that's our opportunity to punish. Like, if he did that on full health, then I would expect us to drop down and flashbang him. To make sure our team is safer. This is still Soldier 76 positioning to me.
Tell me they're low if they're not low. I'd rather hear nothing.
And this is why I wanted to talk about mini objectives specifically. Because let's talk about McCREE. Let's talk about McCREE's mini objectives. And the difference between McCREE and Soldier's mini objectives. So with Soldier 76, your objectives are generally more oriented around like taking high ground, on defense especially, take high ground, shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot. And then basically be a constant damage threat and be very difficult to displace. McCREE can kind of do the same, but due to his damage drop-off, taking high ground is less effective, and he is better suited to more close and medium range combat than Soldier 76 is. Where McCREE can excel as well, especially on defense, is in protecting supports. And to me, one of the biggest reasons why you would pick a McCREE is to have an extra layer of protection for your support. So you generally want to be in the vicinity of your supports. If you are pushing aggressively, then you want to be more in the vicinity of your tanks to be able to help get past Reinhardt's stun, Reinhardt's punish people out of position, stuff like that. But in general, we want to be playing a lot around our Mercy and around our Ana especially. Because the Mercy's probably got the fire to bail stuff out. Where we're playing at the moment is like on the back line, and we're playing behind the supports more than anything, and then we are playing sort of away from the supports as well. We're doing a lot of damage, and like we're playing McCREE, like this is the 400 SR difference showing, where we are clearly a good shot, at least relative to the people moving around in this game, so we clearly aren't having too big of an issue dealing damage and getting kills, but we are having problems actually doing the core functionality of McCREE, and I would say that if we were playing Soldier 76 instead of McCREE right now, we would probably not lost the first point. Or if we played a little bit more aggressively on the McCREE, we would have definitely not lost the first point. Good Shadow. Good flashbang. And this is where we definitely need people to turn around and help us. Like, this is part of why McCREE is vulnerable to dives, because especially if more than one thing dives us. Like, you notice this is a Winston and a Genji. We get the flash on, but by the time that happens, the Genji's already here as well to support. So even if we could just deal with the Winston, the Genji would have killed us. You don't give McCREE any space, he just falls over. And it's why he's not picked in counters to dive comp. That's why Soldier is, because Soldier can put down a heal field and if necessary sprint away. Which just makes him more resilient to dive.
I'm not going in that tunnel, it's a death trap for me.
Okay. See, that positioning we were just in, that's honestly where we should be. Like, we should be here. We should be hanging around this Ana. And just basically trying to bait the enemy, like saying, enemy, please dive into us, please come for us. Because if they do, then you just flashbang them, and then the team turns around and kills whatever's diving us. Lave France is a good opportunity to Deadeye, yes. That was a bit silly though. Just, no, I guess, like, no matter what happened there, we were probably dead. If he didn't deflect, then we might have got him, he might have slashed, but still. You're just there to waste time. It's good res. It's a very good res. Genji did a good job there. Get down, Mr. President. Boop. Good job. Nice shot. Now we definitely want to slow it down a little bit. It's a good bomb. Good bomb as it protects the Earth Shadow. Good job. Look, Tracer used the bomb aggressively and died to her own bomb. It happens. Feels bad, man. Take your time with this. Not really much of a threat. Take it easy. Okay. The reason, by the way, why I say like Transcendence versus Deadeye. So in this instance, my instinct would have been the same, which is just to press the Deadeye button. I would have tried to keep track of the Genji a bit more. So you see that there's a Reinhardt in front of us. Can protect us. There's a Diva that can protect us. And basically they want to... Like, this is an aggressive Transcendence. So the reason why Deadeye is good here is because with the aggressive Transcendence, they're clearly trying to get something done, but Transcendence does not counter Deadeye. So you're basically shutting down the push. It's just a little bit unfortunate that we sort of lose track of the Genji, which is the one thing we really need to keep track of. Where you see the slash come through. Here. And this is what we really want to be following. We want to just turn a little bit to face this. And then try and get onto this Genji as quickly as possible. On the bright side, with the buffs, might have been able to do better there. That reflected something many McCrees fail? Yes, it is. They're basically trying to take a gamble on the Genji. Like, if the Genji just holds down left mouse button, then they die. If the Genji deflects, then they die. So there's, like, no good choices there. To me, the best choice is just not to fire, because then the Genji has to deflect. And even if you fired, you wouldn't get the kill anyway. But I think if we were just tracking the Genji a little bit better, we might have had enough on him to... on being able to fire before he deflected. Tricky. Not a good situation for the McCree to be in. If the Genji does deflect and you've read it right, then shoot him. There we go. If the Genji does deflect and you've read it right, then no problem. Someone would help you finish that off. That would be nice, but good job killing that. Again, this is our job. You're doing that. By the way, this McCree, yeah, just like this was stupid by that McCree. This is why Deadeye is like such a non-ultimate. Because Diva's just there. So stand behind Diva and shoot at him. No problem. A little bit of a shame that flashbang didn't hit. Good healing by Anna, but only so much she can do. Don't be afraid to Deadeye now. Honestly, still worth doing. Get on here, just press Q. They try and push in, you have a good option. And nothing they send in will be able to dodge past you. Match complete. And I kind of wanted to highlight this game. Because it is very clear that the player had a skill delta with the average of the map. But they were still making a shitload of mistakes, and still making a shitload of errors, at least in my eyes. Especially on the McCree, where it was just playing so safely, and playing so far back, and playing so out of position, quite often. And it's not out of position in the sense where you can be ganked, and you can be killed, and you will die easily, although if the enemy team were playing dive properly, you probably would be, because if Winston and Genji just jump on the McCree and the far back, McCree dies, and then they can take the time. Just dismantling the supports. But the fact that we were so far back, and like the fact that we had this long period of time, this 35-second period of time where we just didn't fire a shot, to me just screamed, okay, this is clearly... Like, that to me is... And surely during that time period, you must have been feeling, huh, this doesn't feel quite right. This doesn't feel like I'm doing anything at the moment, because I'm not. I'm just sort of waiting for people to come onto the point and maybe going to press Q when they get on there or just shoot them. In which case, like, we're not doing anything. We're not playing any hero, let alone not playing McCree. So yeah, I would say that, you know, as you go up against better opponents, like I'm gonna be brutally honest here. Get Beer Bunny a higher SR in gold, and then play more even matches. It would just be more fun for everyone involved. And B, when you do start getting into diamond matches, when you do start playing more diamond matches, like, be very aware that you are playing McCREE like Soldier 76, and that shit will stop working. It will probably still work through diamond, although you'll find that your damage output, it just isn't great. Although if the enemy team just like super aggressively dives you, I'm aware that I'm in the way of the arrow. There we go. So if they are diving aggressively and you are super far back as a result, then sure, it could work, but it's just, it doesn't feel like you're optimizing the play there. The Tracer was generally okay. I think we could afford to be a little bit more aggressive at points. Pulse bomb more, for the love of God. Don't be afraid to use it aggressively. Don't be afraid to hold on to it. If Zarya shouts at you, then who gives a shit? And yeah. Otherwise, we will be taking questions from the chat very soon. So see you in part 3. Oop. Okay, chat, start asking questions about McCREE, Tracer, DPS, positioning, mini objectives, anything you